commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it! Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss you. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
What do you look like when you wear a mask? I want to show you something. If I took this book and I put it up underneath my shirt like this, even though you can't identify this book, even though you can't name the book, you can still clearly see that there's a book here underneath my shirt. This is what most of us look like as we wear a mask every day. We've got these problems, these concerns, our insecurities, conflicts and tensions, and we've been conditioned to just wear a mask. And we think that because people can't name it, they can't name the thing that we're trying to cover up, that they can't see it. But they can clearly see it. Because this is what we look like when we wear masks. Here's the point. Bible. Here's the point. Most of us have been conditioned to hide our problems, not heal from them. And they pile up and pile up and pile up. And we put a mask on and we expect other people to believe the facade. But just because something is concealed, it doesn't mean that it hasn't been clearly revealed to other people. So I don't have a whole lot to share on this other than the fact that if you've got challenges, problems, frustrations, tensions, whatever the thing is, hiding those things aren't healthy for you. They might be helpful in the moment, but long term, healing from those problems, that's going to be the only thing that ensures you're healthy enough to pick up promises for the future. But you got to be willing to let go of the problems from the past to do it.
Who was that? Was that Ryan? Ryan Dunlap. This is the second hour of The Voice of Reason. You think I'm playing games. I'm not. We have to be present. We've been asleep at the wheel of our lives. Do you understand? How many of you have chosen hiding over healing? Hiding over healing. You in a relationship, you're hiding over healing. Don't you see the incongruence? The same people yelling, "I hate liars," be the same one that be hiding. If you're presenting a mask, are you not lying? If you're hiding behind your mask, are you not telling or presenting a lie, projecting a lie? Oh, you can project a lie so long as you don't articulate it. Is that what it is? Within this type of relational environment, intimacy organizes itself around shared misrecognition. Partners, families, and communities negotiate closeness through synchronized blindness. Each partner learns which questions, right, fractures harmony and which silences preserve it. Emotional expression gains approval when it reinforces the shared projection and draws sanction when it threatens exposure. Over time, emotional literacy narrows. Feelings receive names only when those names support the existing order. Grief disguises itself as loyalty. You know you living in these types of relationships. You've been in those types of relationships, and you think just hoping for a better one means you're deserving of it. You deserve what you work for. You deserve what you conquer internally. Do you see? Fear disguises itself as virtue. Endurance earns praise while perception invites suspicion. The coming of the intimate destroyer does not announce itself through malice or superiority. Perception shifts quietly, often through accumulated dissonance rather than revelation. A nervous system tolerates slightly more light than before. A question lingers instead of dissolving. I call that ringing the bell. Once the bell is rung, you can't unring it. Do you see? Right? This shift destabilizes not only belief, but also bonds. The destroyer, the one you call the one, the destroyer threatens intimacy precisely because intimacy within the cave depends upon shared distortion. When one person stops cooperating with the projection, the relational field loses balance. Communities often label this figure a destroyer because the figure interrupts regulation. The cave trained everyone to maintain equilibrium through illusion. And equilibrium feels like love to those who learned no alternative. When someone withdraws consent from the shadow play, anxiety begins to spread. Attachment systems activate. Others feel abandonment even when proximity remains. Accusations follow, often framed through moral language or spiritual language or concern. Such language rarely targets truth. It targets restoration of the familiar. Get back to what you know. Do what works, even if it's toxic. Early adversity sharpens this dynamic. Children who grow up adapting to volatility often develop exquisite sensitivity to environmental cues. They call it hypervigilance. Right? They learn when silence protects connection and when curiosity invites danger. Later, as adults, those same adaptations continue to persist. The cave feels safer than the unknown terrain beyond the wall. The cave is your attachment style, right? The assumptions that your intimate strategies created. Do you see? The cave feels safer than the unknown, right? Because the nervous system recognizes its rhythm. Yes, toxicity has a rhythm. Dysfunction has a rhythm. Light, illumination, luminance threatens not only belief, but also regulation. Under such conditions, awakening does not feel liberating. Awakening feels like exposure. Do you know how many people I've met who have had a visceral reaction to being seen? Man. We got callers on the line. Let's get him in here. The voice of reason. I want this to resonate with you so badly because we need to be different as a community. Relationships are the key or the source of our unity. We can't kill each other if we're too busy individuating, if we're too busy healing, right? A set, a hood, right? Status. I got more money than you. We can't look down, talk down, judge, critique, compare. We can't do any of that if we're too busy healing, right? That's what relationship is for. It not only heals the self, it heals the community. The quality of the offspring change. They are born not with aspiration, but with the power of self-realization. That's the purpose of this show. Relationships is far too trivial and silly and superficial right now. We gotta look good. We gotta have what society says we should have in order to be perceived as someone of merit, of value. But spiritually impoverished at the same time, is that not incongruence? Is that not contradiction? Attila from Houston, Texas. You're next on the line. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Yo.
What uppers? What are your thoughts,
We
Neil?
made it.
We made it. 2025. Yes.
I'm proud of us. Okay. Well, you had asked a question. You said if your known was broken from its inception, why do you bring it into your relationship?
Come on.
And it kind of got me thinking. I mean, first you'd have to know it was broken because, you know, there's some people who maybe under a certain impression that their childhood was a certain way, but their relationship choices dictate otherwise. But for those of us who actively know, why would you bring that into your relationship? And I think behind every ego, every mask is like this dynamic of mutually assured destruction. Because that's safer. You know what I mean? Because that's safer than being exposed in a relationship.
Keep going, niece. Keep going.
But
You're
that's
cooking.
all I gotta say.
No, you cooking. Keep going. Niece out here wilding. Hey, and for all those who don't know, Niecy Pooh, we got to shout her out big time for 2025. She been doing it longer than 2025, but 2025, she showed out. All of those clips you guys hear that I don't hear until you hear them. Hey, man, my niece. Andy said making him work. Yes.
My bad.
All of those clips come from my niece, man. I tell her what the topic is or she creates the topic. And boy, come on, man. Can we get a praise break, man? Let's get a praise break for Niecy Pooh. Yo, we so appreciate you. We love you. We honor you. We cherish you. This doesn't happen without your contribution. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
It is a labor of love.
You under dig? You under dig?
It's a labor of love.
It's a labor.
Well,
go ahead. I'm listening.
It is. It is. It's a labor of love. But I was going to say, to expound on this a little bit, my theory behind this is that our egos want to do anything to keep surviving, right? So if that means dimming your light, meaning you dimming your own light, it'll do it. If that means dimming your partner's light because you dimmed your own light and now you got to look to do something else, then, you know, that's what that means. So I think that's where that mutually assured destruction comes in, because once you've destroyed yourself, or rather once you have been broken to the point that you're destroyed, you will seek to do that to someone else. And I think it's only fitting that a relationship would be the vehicle that you learn the lesson to basically undo that, to repair that.
I love it. I love it. It's hot grease. It's hot monkey lava. That's one of my famous sayings. It's hot monkey lava.
Yeah.
We're on complete fire.
Yeah.
What is the song you wanted to suggest to us for tonight? You said something. What was the song called?
Oh, I think it's called Solar Plexus by Oshun.
Solar Plexus by Oshun, Oshun, Solar Plexus?
Correct.
Very interesting. Correct. What type of song is it?
Oh, I don't even know how to describe this.
Then don't describe it.
I don't even know.
I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised.
Yes.
Nisi Poo, guess what you just did?
All right, Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is on the board. Where is Leroy for the final show of 2025? I don't know. He's somewhere listening. He's in a monk position right now. Call us, Leroy, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we go into South Central Los Angeles. Let's get it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast!
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to partner with the Empowerment Congress once again for their 34th annual summit. The summit's theme is From Vision to Action, a forum to unlock participatory democracy, and will feature a nonpartisan gubernatorial candidate forum focused on issues of importance to the African American community. The summit is the signature public policy-oriented observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy during the national 3-day holiday weekend that celebrates his life. This year's summit will be held on Saturday, January 17th, 2026 at the California Science Center in Exposition Park from 9 to 11 a.m. Admission is free, but registration is required at KBLA1580.com. All major announced candidates for California governor for the Democratic and Republican Party nominations have been invited to participate in the candidate forum, which will be moderated by Tavis Smiley. An all-star panel of journalists will pose questions to the candidates, and the forum will be broadcast live on KBLA Talk 1580. This is going to be a big year for local, state, and national politics. The political pulse of 2026 beats on KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Some people are so paralyzed by the thought of, what if it doesn't work? What if I invest all this time? What if I invest all this energy? What if I invest all this money? What if I get up and give it a try and I fail in front of people? And because of that fear of failure, even though you've already done something, you probably have already sold some products, you've already sold some services, but you get to a place where now the next level, doing it bigger, literally paralyzes you with fear to the point where you can't move. You're afraid of being judged by somebody else. You're afraid of what the connotation of taking a loss means, and you do nothing at all.
Here's the thing. I know some people will say that they fear failure, but I don't think people actually fear failure, because I guess it's the opposite of if you haven't succeeded, you failed, or I don't think you fail until you quit. But for this example, if you are looking to become successful, you technically are living the thing that you're afraid of, not being productive, not winning, not doing anything. So you're at a point right now, you're like, I want to be successful, but I don't want to go after it because I fear failing. But the failing is you being in the situation that you're in right now. If I go after something and it doesn't work out, then I'm at where I...
That was David Shands and Donnie Wiggins from the Social Proof podcast. And again, we go after relationships while at the same time fearing what relationships might reveal to us. Things that we have pushed down. You've heard me talk about the intimate destroyer. The one is the destroyer. But don't let the word destroyer knock you off your square. Destroyer doesn't mean they're going to be violent, disrespectful, condescending, forceful, aggressive. It doesn't mean that. It means their presence. The one thing that can disrupt a toxic, dysfunctional pattern is presence. Even in modern psychology, clinical psychology, mindfulness is a big piece of it now. And it's going to, as we progress in the coming decades, you're going to see an integration of more spiritual concepts and ideas like mindfulness find their way into the clinical work, right? Spirituality and psychology, they create this nexus, right? Where you can extrapolate information from both sides, right? The intimate destroyer does not destroy love. The destroyer exposes the conditions under which love previously operated. If we model our early childhood, if it was dysfunctional, if there was a lack of emotional attunement, do you see? The one who we fantasize about, thanks to Disney, comes in. If they're truly the one, they destabilize all of that. That's the purpose. Moving into 26 in presence, no longer in the performance of toxic relationships or low-value relationships. What's a low-value relationship? I'm not trying to Kevin Samuel or Cheyenne Bryant high value, low value. I'm not trying to. What I'm saying is a safe relationship is a low value relationship. Low stakes. I don't have to reveal myself. That's a low value relationship. I don't have to contend or deal with myself. That's a low value relationship. And like I said, the destroyer, who we call the one, they're not going to chase. They're not going to overly explain. They're not going to push you and force you to see things their way. But you will be uncomfortable around them. How many times have you heard people say, you know what, when that person shows up, it's a certain person that shows up and, they irritate other people's demons. And many times those demons that are irritated recontextualize the demonic nature that they have and project it on the person that showed up in presence. Right? That person shows up and is like, oh, wow, this person irritates me. Yeah, there's something in them that irritates you for a reason. You go to, let me make it fine. Let me cool down. Let me figure it out. Let me get back to a nice space where I'm at peace. Instead of saying, why do they trigger me? What are they bringing up in me that is unresolved and disowned within me? The intimate destroyer does not destroy love. The destroyer exposes the conditions under which love previously operated. We're using the metaphor of Plato's cave tonight. Whatever dysfunction you were created in the cave. Do you see? Many relationships rely on mutual exemption from accountability. Trauma narratives sometimes function as protective cloaks that justify avoidance. From my family, we don't talk about all that stuff. We don't deal with stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? Justify avoidance, control, or withdrawal. Within the cave, these narratives circulate as currency. They grant belonging and shield identity. I'm here to try to open you up tonight. When we come forward, we're going to go to South Central Los Angeles and talk to our good brother, JW.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. The city of Chicago has released its New Year's Eve safety plan as large crowds are expected downtown for a riverfront event hosted by Chance the Rapper for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve.
We're going to make sure that we have sufficient manpower. We've already made provisions for that.
Black Police Superintendent Larry Snelling says officers will be highly visible and strictly enforce the 10 p.m. curfew for minors. A New Jersey judge has ruled that 2 Clark Police Department officers caught using racial slurs can be fired. The judge rejected claims that delays in the investigation should block discipline. Police Chief Pedro Matos and Sergeant Joseph Teston were secretly recorded using slurs and collected 6-figure pay while suspended. And Black Grammy-nominated gospel legend Richard Smallwood has died at the age of 77. Variety reports Smallwood died from complications related to kidney failure in Maryland. He was celebrated as a legend whose influence shaped modern gospel music. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and most of all, being known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
Yeah, yo, come on. Pick up the drums.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey.
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power.
Yo, Hello, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gyms with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and Brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
December deal drops at Lowe's are wrapping up, but there's still time to snag something worth bragging about. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, and members save an additional $100 on a new and exclusive Samsung French door refrigerator, now just $18.99. Need new tools? Select tools and accessories are up to 45% off this week. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
And I just wanna love you back. And I just wanna love you back. And I just wanna love you back.
Listen, they won't tell you this part, but I will. Healing is going to make you mean. And not because you're bitter, right? But because your peace made you protective. Because boundaries made you bold. Because clarity made you stop explaining yourself to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. Healing will make you mean to the unhealed version of yourself. That one that overextended, over-apologized, and overstayed, right? You'll start catching yourself mid-sentence like, why am I explaining myself again? You'll stop chasing closure because you'll finally realize clarity is the closure. And that new version of you, the one with peace and standards, she gonna look mean to people who benefited from your silence, right? To the people who used your softness as an access code, right? To the people who only loved you when you were easy to manipulate. They'll say you've changed.
We got to start her over because she just came in guns a blazing. That's Tasha Wandra Govin. Tasha Wandra Govin. That's who. TASHAWAN. Tashandra or Tasha? Is it Tasha Wandra? Tashandra? We're going to go with Tashandra. Let's go with Tashandra Govin. That's a name, though. Listen, that is a whole name. But listen, she cooking with rare grease. Let her cook, man.
Listen, they won't tell you this part, but I will. Healing is going to make you mean. And not because you're bitter, right? But because your peace made you protective. Because boundaries made you bold. Because clarity made you stop explaining yourself to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. Healing will make you mean to the unhealed version of yourself. That one that overextended, over-apologized, and overstayed, right? You'll start catching yourself mid-sentence like, why am I explaining myself again? You'll stop chasing closure because you'll finally realize clarity is the closure. And that new version of you, the one with peace and standards, she gonna look mean to people who benefited from your silence, right? To the people who used your softness as an access code, right? To the people who only loved you when you were easy to manipulate. They'll say you've changed, and you have. You stopped negotiating your worth. You stopped accepting crumbs and calling it a connection. You stopped trying to be understood by people who were committed to confusion. Healing will make you mean, but it's not really meanness, right? It's precision. It's discernment. It's self-respect wearing a new tone. So no, you're not cold. You're not cruel. You're just no longer available for chaos. And if that makes you look mean, then so be it. Because peace has a resting face too.
Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Tashandra wasn't playing. She I love it. Not gonna get no arguments out of me. The voice of reason is on complete fire. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580, the most progressive station in the world. And brothers put this station together, and brothers keep this station alive. Brothers and sisters. Tavis Smiley got it started. We got a whole roster of highly intelligent folk cooking with the rarest grease every night, and the voice of reason closes the show. I'm not going to allow us to continue to play in each other's face. Relationship really is the worst place to play in someone's face. It is the mirror of you. So when you're playing in somebody else's face, you wind up realizing, maybe not in that moment, that you were playing in your own face. Sometimes you got to get a little bit further down the road to see that. 1-800-920-1580. We love it. We love it. We love it. JW is on the line from South Central Los Angeles, one of our favorites. Brother JW, on tonight's topic, man, we covered the cave and the one, right? The one as the destroyer. I want to know, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Yes, sir. First of all, your show has been a real blessing to me. How can I phrase it? Let's just say it, put it this way. I've been going through a lot of those caregivers from mom perspective. I was being a hermit. I haven't been in this for a while. You are equipping me and preparing me for my future. I'm getting a lot of light, knowledge, information, truth from your show.
Wait, 1 second, brother. Are you on speakerphone?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, man, get us off speakerphone so we can hear you clearly, my brother.
Let me try. Let me put the phone back. Pull back.
You got us? Are we there yet?
I'm almost there. Give me time. Here we go. All right. Hello. Yeah. And it's all statement, brother. The clips you play inform me, gives me light, information, knowledge is power. It's equipping me for my future relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I am so grateful for you because I will be seeing a psychologist on 5th of this new year, January.
Awesome.
And I can't wait to learn what my attachment style is. So when I do continue to start, well, let me rephrase that. Once I realize, I have realized that I haven't been in my word and efficient like I was in the past, so I had to feed that child, spiritual child, and turn that spiritual child into a full-grown man in terms of the milk of the word and then the meat of the word, and then you're grown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, until the armor of God. And once I'm proficient in God and not cheat on God and love God, because I know where love comes from, because I'm reading from His Word, and I'm trying to emulate Christ, and I'm being my true self and know who I am and where I come from, whose I am. Then once I come and meet that destroyer, as you stated, that's not coming to do any harm to me, I have someone that can give me critical correction, let me correct that. What's the term? Constructive criticism.
Yes.
And that person can reveal who I truly am, because they can see me as I am and be that mirror, and I can continue to grow. And I'll leave it at that. I have a lot more to say. But
man, we love you, J-Dub. You was on topic tonight and everything. Man, you cooked with the rarest grease, man. I love it.
In the house, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. He brought South Central Los Angeles in the building. JW, one of our favorite callers of all time, the voice of reason. When we come forward, Zoe's going to begin to land this plane.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Looking for something new? Try fencing, the Olympic and Paralympic sport that mixes speed, strategy, and fun. It's like chess meets cardio. Quick feet, quick decisions, and a satisfying beat when you score a point. Kids, teens, and adults can start anytime. No experience needed, and many clubs have loaner gear. Coaches teach fundamentals and safety from day one. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Z-E-L-M-I-N-S, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
This is Trainer Games.
Watch it on Prime Video starting January 8th.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the smooth sounds of the VOR, the voice of reason, on KBLA Talk 1580. And let me just say, man, J-Dub is a VOR success story. We've been pushing for J-Dub to go, hook up with a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a therapist, somebody that could sit down and help him, work out his process. We've been pushing that. And the fact that J-Dub, and we listen to J-Dub when he calls and he talks about his mother passing, rest in peace to his mother. He talks about, just going through a lot and dealing with a lot. The fact that he has cleaved onto the show and has been able to extrapolate some meaning for himself. I'm just, when he calls, I love the brother. I ain't never met him. I went to go meet him and he didn't show up. He said he was going to meet me down there, and I showed up, man. But let me just say, for him to call and say, hey, man, I got an appointment. I'm about to go sit down with a therapist and figure out my attachment style. Listen, do you know how? Listen, you want to change one person. You want to inspire one person. If you can get one person to say, you know what? That guy Zoe, I may not agree with everything he says, which is not the mission, but he inspired me, to do something with my life, to try to get on this path that he's been so adamant about. This is the final voice of reason of 2025. And I just want to say, man, if I'm not shaking you to your core, I'm really not doing my job. I think we take relationships, we don't take them serious enough, right? We don't lean in for the most part. And yes, there are a lot of great relationships out there, people who are learning and healing, people who are securely attached, people who are successfully in love. And I want to shout those people out as well. But I think there has to be a recontextualization of what we think relationships are. It's not a sexual amusement park where we're just going from stimulant to stimulant to stimulant, right? So we can numb ourselves to what's happening internally. That's not what relationships are, right? The one doesn't make you better. they trigger you into becoming better. And if you can become better, that meant you were better all along. You just needed a reflection to show you, right, what you need to work on. And just listen carefully, because, this part, hurts a little bit. But people do not reject the destroyer or the one, right, who comes into their life because the destroyer is cruel. They reject the destroyer because the destroyer arrives without negotiation. The destroyer does not ask permission for your history. The destroyer does not consult your wounds. The destroyer does not reassure the self that survived by adapting. Do you understand? I'm not your wound butler. The destroyer simply stands present. And presence is intolerable to a psyche built on escape. Listen. Presence is intolerable to a psyche that was built on escape. Krishnamurti said it plain. The known is the prison, not ignorance, not trauma, not even fear. The prison is continuity. Continuity of whatever it is that molded me, even if it was toxic, even if it was dysfunctional. The mind survives by repeating what once worked. If manipulation strategies work, let's keep doing it. Right? The mind will call this intelligence. It calls this preference. It calls this me, the self. But repetition is not truth. Repetition is safety seeking disguised as identity. This is why the destroyer feels wrong. Many of us will not choose the destroyer. How many times you heard somebody say, my husband is unlike anybody I usually dated, or my wife is not really like anybody I usually date. That was the destroyer. They came in and destroyed something. Do you see? The one is usually the destroyer of your survival patterns. Repetition is safety seeking disguised as identity. This is why the destroyer feels wrong. Not immoral, not abusive, not disrespectful, not condescending, not dismissive. Wrong. The destroyer cannot be managed by your narratives. They do not respond to your trauma language. They do not become impressed by your self-awareness. They do not organize themselves around your pain. Somebody talk to me. I know you date people that organize themselves around your pain. They act accordingly around your pain. That's not a partner. That's not a soulmate. That's a cellmate. Right? They do not organize themselves around your pain. And that is when the ego panics. Oh, Lord, they not falling for it. Because the ego does not fear pain. The ego fears irrelevance, destruction, erasure. Dr. David R. Hawkins observed that the ego cannot survive higher states of consciousness without dissolving. I don't want to go higher, because if I go higher, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I don't exist anymore. I'd rather exist as the toxic me. Do you see? It does not adapt upward. It collapses. And collapse feels like death to a structure that equates continuity with existence. So when the destroyer, the one, you called him the one, I can't wait till God gives me my person. Right? When the one appears, the psyche does something predictable. It pathologizes presence. It calls clarity cold. It calls stillness boring. It calls groundedness emotionally unavailable. It calls sovereignty arrogance. Robert Anton Wilson would call this a reality tunnel defense, the moment when perception attacks anything that threatens its dominant narrative. Octavia Butler warned us that all organisms resist evolution at the moment it requires surrender of identity. Survival strategies harden into law, and law defends itself violently when questioned. This is why most people do not lose love. They protect familiarity. They exile the destroyer before the destroyer can expose the bargain they made with their own fear. As is commonplace, you don't have to agree with a word I say. I'm not here to convince you. The only thing I ask you to do after I started the conversation was finish it. 2025 was on complete fire. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next year with a whole new slew of slappers. Deuces.
Vision of you shine, but only for a short time. My mistake, I didn't pick up on it till years down the line. Here now as
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Alexandria Ikamoni with BIN News Now. The investigation into an alleged federal fraud scheme in Minnesota is heating up. This after a video published by an independent journalist appears to show abandoned daycares in Minnesota